Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, working, great. So, hi everybody. My name is Monika Silova and I'm an architect and urban designer focusing on adaptive use and spatial transformation. I'm thrilled today to talk about sustainability through reuse in architecture and interior design. So, what is sustainability in, or what does it mean be sustainable in building sector? Is there any good or bad approach towards that? Well, building sector generates up to 35% of global waste. So therefore, the necessity and the significance to actually educate private and public stakeholders about this issue is very critical. We, as an architects, are mostly collaborating with many stakeholders, and a lot of challenges can brought up. So to educate about the sustainable approaches, it's I think very important to always find out the solutions in design process of any kind of building, not only old or new, but also the interior designs, apartments, and also public spaces. So in my point of view, the reuse is a powerful design tool to actually to promote or to understand the whole structure and to create some kind of authenticity and enhance identity of the space. So in architecture, we use reuse as a tool. So reusing building materials can reduce carbon by up to 95% compared to manufacturing new materials. So I think this speaks a lot from itself. And what is actually, or what does it mean to reuse buildings or space in architecture? Well, is there something like, or is there a difference between reuse and recycling? Well, reuse is a transformation. It's a transformation from something old, abandoned, forgotten, non-functional into something new, flourishing, charming, and also meaningful. For example, spaces like brownfields, old factories, even these kind of spaces can actually be somehow being like a spaces for life, to bring up new communities, to understand also the value of the space and also the creation of this space from the historical point of view. And that could actually follow further for creating new communities and new futuristic understanding of the space. So actually, what are the methods and design approaches and as well as challenges of such a design tool as reuse? Well, first of all, or the key element is to understand the value of the space, understand the identity of the space, then understand the materials that are being used for these spaces. We as an architects are actually trying, or actually like the collaboration between architects and developers, it's kind of hard because developers want to mostly create something new because it's easy, it takes not that long time to realize those buildings, and you don't have that many obstacles with some regulations. But when you want to reuse the space, the obstacles can be already in the structural limitation of the building, the statics, the function of the space. So that needs to be all taken into consideration while designing a new function of the building. And that can be somehow challenging even for us architects, and as well to promote such designs for developers. Then to understand the materials of the of the old factories and brownfields are mostly bricks, concrete, also like glass. Those materials are very raw and create the industrial character of the whole area or the whole building. If we want to actually add something new to the complex of the old building, we have to find some harmony between old and new. So when you want to enlarge the whole area by adding something new, you have to find what is the material coherency with the old structure that has been already there or is existing there. Of course, what is really important is the heritage regulations. It's very challenging to actually, for us architects, to deal with the municipalities and their regulations. So therefore, when you reuse or transform such old factories, it can take way longer than building something new. Now I would like to also talk about some of my favorite transformations. I want to show you some case studies where you can maybe better understand what I'm talking about. First one is an old factory house. It's called Kabelovna, and it's in the industrial area, and it's a complex that has been manufacturing all the glass bricks. Nowadays, it serves as a creative hub for many known brands such as La Suite and other creatives. Also, the office that I'm working for is situated here, so it's kind of a place what I even like to be in. So this is how it looks before. A renovation or transformation. So here you can see the glass. Maybe I can point out something. Ah, yes, maybe, or maybe not. But on the right side, you can see the whole wall of glass bricks. That actually is a great element to combine or to create a harmony between spaces where the lights can go through. So you can feel like being part of a big area, but you can feel your private space, or you can have your private space. Exposed bricks are a key element for showing or for creating some industrial or renovating some industrial areas. Concrete ceiling and concrete wall, concrete floor. It's also a key element for exposing those materials and creating some kind of industrial vibe and also enhancing the identity of the space. And this is after the renovation or transformation. Here you can see exactly like the clean glass wall, the exposed bricks, and the exposed floor with the ceiling and beam. What is really nice, I think, in this project is the big windows that can actually create a harmony between outside and inside. And then you go through this glass wall that is also like, you can feel the connection. Another project is one space in a complex called Nitroblok. This space, Nitroblok, is an industrial complex that nowadays serves, or you can find there a restaurant, a barber shop, clothing store, and gin distillery, for example. And it actually is a space where is now used by locals and as well as tourists. So it's nowadays a very hip place where you can gather from different, or you can meet the different communities. This is the space called Foyer, and nowadays it is a showroom of local brands. Creating such spaces, such industrial spaces for showroom, there is also very important to add some beauty in it. That means some art and maybe carpet that can actually feel welcoming and pleasant for visitors. The space should also like support your creative thinking. You have to feel good when you are buying some product from the designer. You want to try it out. You want to feel the connection with the element. So in interior design, so reuse in interior design, it's very important to expose the materials, but also add up some artistic elements. Also very important is the natural materials such as wood and also plants that can actually flourish in the space, and you can even feel the material there. Another project is old mill that is now transformed into residential use. Here was quite challenging to understand the statics of the building, and for example here on this picture you can see that it needed to be improved. So the project keeps the facade as the key element and key identity of the whole building, and add up some new functions, or actually it's here, or new structure. The whole complex is enlarged, but new buildings. The new buildings needed to be designed to not destroy the whole image of the area, but rather to create a harmony with it. So therefore, the facade of the new buildings is made up from the bricks, and the interior design is also a kind of industrial, raw, exposed materials, and trying to use salvaged furniture. So we call it like vintage furniture. And the last project is renovation of an apartment in industrial area of Prague. It has been a 2-bedrooms apartment. Nowadays, it is a 3-bedrooms apartment. And the key in this project was to identify the material. So we can see the beautiful wooden floor. Here, again, the bricks combined with the steel kitchen, and very beautiful and nicely made furniture products as a sofa that is combined with the whole space. While designing interior, there is very important to find a proper disposition of the whole apartment. So where you put your sofa, where you design the bathroom, where is the bedroom. And for that we always try to find a coherent, and every apartment is different in my point of view, and to understand it from the historic point of view, and then to create something new and highlight the value of the area or of this space. Here you can see the bathroom that is also like somehow connected through the glass to the whole area, and the beautiful wooden table. So last but not least is that reuse in the building sector is it creates new opportunities, gives new functions to the building or to the area, and highlight the authenticity and identity of the space. So yeah, that's it, and thank you very much for attention. Any questions, feel free. Yeah.